The awful truth. Why Jey Uso lost his WWE title. Hey everyone, welcome back. Today we've got some truly surprising and heartwarming news from the WWE Universe. He fought through betrayal. He broke free from the Bloodline. He won the title against all odds. And for one shining moment, Jey Uso stood on top of the WWE world. But just like that, it was over. Now the title is gone. The dream shattered. And fans are left wondering, why did WWE pull the plug on Jey Uso's reign? Why did he lose so suddenly, and so brutally? Today, we're diving into the awful truth behind Jey Uso's WWE title loss. From backstage politics to creative chaos, this is the real story. The rise. Main event. Jey wasn't supposed to happen. Let's rewind. Back in 2020, Roman Reigns turned heel and realigned WWE's power structure. He called himself the Tribal Chief. He formed the Bloodline, and his first major opponent was his own cousin, Jey Uso. Nobody expected Jey to step up. He was always the tag guy, part of a legendary team, sure, but never seen as a solo main eventer. Then came the matches. Jey vs. Roman at Clash of Champions. Jey vs. Roman at Hell in a Cell, I Quit match. And suddenly, fans believed. Jey Uso had charisma, heart, and a fire that WWE couldn't ignore. That's when, main event Jey Uso, was born. He became more than Roman's cousin. More than Jimmy's tag partner. He became a movement, breaking free from Roman. For nearly 3 years, Jey was Roman's right-hand man, the enforcer of the Bloodline. But deep down, Jey was suffering. He took the beatings. He enforced Roman's will. He lost relationships, including trust from his own brother. And fans felt that pain. By 2023, the cracks had turned into full fractures. Jey Uso finally stood up and walked away from the Bloodline, giving fans one of the loudest pops in years. He super kicked Roman. He took down Solo. He said he was done. And when he declared that he was coming for the WWE Championship, it felt earned. It felt real. WWE had finally pulled the trigger on a story years in the making. The title win. A moment for the people. And then, the unthinkable happened. Jey Uso pinned Roman Reigns. Clean. It wasn't WrestleMania. It wasn't even a title match at first. But that victory, that visual, cemented his legitimacy. The crowd erupted. The internet exploded. Jey was now a believable challenger. Fast forward to WWE Clash at the Castle 2025. In front of a red-hot UK crowd. Jey Uso challenges Roman Reigns for the undisputed WWE Universal title. And in a twist no one saw coming, Jey wins. Jey Uso becomes world champion. A man who started as a supporting act, a man born into wrestling royalty, often overlooked, was now the face of the company. And for a few glorious weeks, the dream was real. But dreams don't last in WWE. The loss. How it all unraveled. Just 36 days later, Jey Uso lost the WWE Championship. At WWE SummerSlam, in a match filled with interference, confusion, and drama. Solo Sikoa cost Jey the match. Cody Rhodes took advantage and walked away with the title. The crowd was stunned. The feel-good moment was crushed. The redemption arc, dead. The momentum, stopped cold. And the fans wanted to know. Why would WWE end the reign so quickly? It wasn't injury. It wasn't controversy. It was something worse. WWE never fully believed in Jey Uso as champion. Creative doubts and backstage politics. According to insiders, WWE Creative was divided on Jey Uso's push. Triple H reportedly supported the idea of Jey winning the title, calling it a reward for loyalty and hard work. But others, including high-ranking network executives and international partners, wanted Cody Rhodes back in the title picture ASAP. Why? Because Cody is marketable. He's a media darling. He does interviews, hosts reality shows, and appeals to mainstream sponsors. Jey, despite his fan support, wasn't seen as commercially safe. WWE panicked. Ticket sales for Jey's live event title defenses were soft, according to one internal report. Merchandise didn't spike the way it did when Roman, Cody, or even Seth were champions. So they made the call. Pull the title. Protect the investment. Push Cody. And Jey, collateral damage, the unfinished storyline. What made the decision worse is this. The Bloodline story was unfinished. Jey was supposed to end the saga. He had the emotional arc. He had the fan support. He had the betrayal from Solo and the pain of Roman's gaslighting. He was the perfect anti-hero to close the chapter. But WWE, afraid of going too far with Jey, hit pause. They left the Bloodline open. They shifted Solo into the spotlight. And they reintroduced Paul Heyman to tease a new era. Jey Uso's victory now looks like a detour, not the destination. And that's what hurts fans the most. Fan backlash. After Jey's loss, backlash was immediate. #Justice for Jey trended for 3 days. Social media exploded with fan theories, frustration, and disappointment. WWE's own social media posts featuring Cody's win were ratioed by Jey supporters. Even superstars backstage were reportedly caught off guard by the sudden booking change. In interviews, Jey remained humble, saying, "It's not the end of my story. Just a new chapter." But fans weren't buying it. They felt betrayed. They felt like WWE used Jey for emotional payoff, and dumped him when it was time to deliver long-term prestige. The truth. They might be right. The real reason WWE gave up. Let's be blunt. WWE doesn't always reward loyalty. They reward image. Jey Uso didn't fit the traditional mold. He wasn't a PR-friendly champion. He didn't headline Hollywood events. He wasn't safe for mainstream branding. In a post-Vince era still run by corporate overlords and sponsorship metrics, WWE chose predictability over passion. Cody Rhodes is a great champion. But Jey Uso was a unique one. And WWE wasn't ready to take that risk for long. The awful truth. Jey's title reign wasn't treated like a crowning moment. It was treated like a plot device to set up someone else's story. And that is what hurt the most. What's next for Jey Uso? So where does Jey go from here? There are a few paths WWE could take. Redemption arc. Jey fights his way back to the top, possibly challenging Solo Sikoa for a new version of the Tribal Chief role. Tag team reunion. Jimmy Uso returns, and the Usos reunite for one last dominant run. Heel turn. Jey snaps, joins a faction like Judgment Day, and shows a darker side. WrestleMania redemption. Jey finally gets a rematch with Cody on the grandest stage. But no matter what WWE books next, the fans will never forget that Jey Uso was one of us. Not born into glory, but forged in pain. Not handed opportunity, but built from struggle. Not the corporate choice, but the people's choice. Jey Uso's title loss wasn't just a result of booking. It was the result of a system that often favors the marketable over the meaningful. But let's be clear, main event Jey Uso is still real. He still matters. He still has the crowd. He still has the story. And sometimes, the best heroes are the ones who get knocked down, and keep rising anyway. This wasn't the end. This was the truth. The awful truth. If you felt Jey Uso deserved better, hit that like button. Subscribe for more deep dives and behind-the-scenes stories. Drop a comment below. Should Jey Uso get another run as champion? Thanks for watching. Stay strong, stay real, and remember, yeet.